For the last 8 weeks, Kurdish fighters have been battling ISIL in one of the armed group's last pockets in northeastern Syria. They're confident that most areas are now under their control in Deir Az Zor province. Activists say more than 200 people have been killed in the fighting, shelling and airstrikes by US-led coalition forces.
We are concerned about the effects of these hostilities on the people, urging all parties involved in this fighting to respect their obligation under international humanitarian law to spare civilians and civilian infrastructure.
Many families had to leave on foot. The Syrian Red Crescent says more than 24,000 people have been displaced in a matter of weeks. It's a lot riskier at night, but more keep arriving to nearby camps.
We were besieged in Baghouz. We're so hungry and tired. For 2 days we had no sleep and no food for 15 days. All that was available was grass, leaves and bark from trees.
There was a humanitarian crisis brewing in the remote desert areas under ISIL, a lack of food made worse by a shortage of medicines and doctors. In the last few days, dozens of ISIL fighters have surrendered. Some civilians say they had stopped them from leaving. And the mostly Kurdish forces are concerned that ISIL fighters and their families may have fled among the civilians.
75% of them were working with ISIL, 75% Iraqis, 20% Syrians and 5% foreigners from Central Asia, Europe, America, Germany and other parts of the world.
In addition to ISIL's atrocities in the area, coalition attacks have also reportedly killed civilians.
The US-led coalition always said that their airstrike targeted ISIL positions. Yes, in some cases they surely did, but these positions were in heavily populated residential areas. This is why dozens of innocent civilians were being killed.
UNICEF says at least 32 children have been killed because of violence, displacement and harsh conditions in northern and eastern Syria. The World Health Organization says it's extremely concerned about the deteriorating humanitarian situation. As more families arrive in already crowded camps, aid agencies are demanding unhindered access to people in need. It's clear that ISIL no longer controls territory, but what comes next is also a cause for concern for rights groups and aid workers. Tens of thousands of people in Deir Az Zor need rehabilitation, and they say lasting peace will only come if the marginalized people are given hope and opportunity.